Thinking, concept and types. Now, in the last few videos, we were talking about perception a lot, like size perception, movement perception, depth perception, monocular cues, binocular cues, distance perception. Now that topic is over. Let's get into a new topic, which is thinking. Now let's see thinking, concept and types. This topic is divided into five subtopics, which is perceptual or concrete thinking, conceptual or abstract thinking, reflective thinking, creative thinking, critical thinking. You can say that these five subtopics are types of thinking. Now let's see the introduction first. Thinking, concept and types. Thinking is a higher mental process. What is thinking? Thinking is a higher mental process. You have to remember that. In the literature, it has been defined primarily in two ways. Now, in the literature, thinking, it has been defined. It has been defined primarily in two ways. It is defined in two ways, which is one says it is a problem. It is considered as problem solving, whereas the other, it says that it is the internal representation of the external world, outer world. These are the two ways in which it is defined according to the literature. According to Garrett, 1968, you have to remember the name and the year. Now, what does Garrett say is that thinking is a behavior which is often implicit and hidden, and in which symbols are ordinarily employed. What is symbols? What does symbols refer here? Symbols here refer to concepts, ideas, and images. This is what symbols here refers to. Gilmer, 1970, you have to remember the name and year, has defined thinking as problem solving process in which we use ideas or symbols in place of overt activity. Now, what is overt? What does overt mean? Overt means that kind of behavior, as we saw, thinking is a behavior. So, overt means measurable, observable, or visible behavior. That's what overt means. So, according to Gilmer, thinking as problem-solving process in which we use ideas or symbols in place of overt activity. Overt means visible, observable, measurable behavior. Thus, thinking is a goal-directed behavior. That is, it occurs in some context only and does not occur randomly. From choosing a dress to wear to solving a mathematical problem, all activities involve thinking. No, it says that thinking is a goal directed behavior. As we say, thinking is a behavior, but it is a goal directed behavior. It is a part of behavior. If you don't know what behavior is, we made a special video about behavior like 1 month ago, a lot time ago. I will you might see a black pop up on the above part of the screen where you can click and go to that video. It is all about behavior, and there it is a type of behavior. Goal directed behavior is a type of behavior, you can say. You can watch that video to get an idea what exactly behavior is, because many of us know behavior, but if someone asks what is behavior to us, we cannot explain them. So you can watch that video, then you can completely understand easily. That is a short video, just like all other videos, through which you will have a idea of what exactly behavior is, what is its definition, what are the types and all. Thus, thinking is a goal directed behavior. It is a goal directed behavior, and it is. When do you think? You don't think randomly. You think like for example, you're solving a mathematical problem. It involves thinking. When you are choosing a dress to wear, it also involves thinking. So thinking is a goal directed behavior. Perceptual or concrete. Now these are the five types of thinking. Now let's get into that. The first is perceptual or concrete thinking. It is the simplest form of thinking carried out for the. It is the simplest form of thinking. This is important. You have to remember what is it. It is the simplest form of thinking among all the other types, carried out for the perception of a concrete object. If you are asked to write four sentences on your favorite book, then the thinking you will be using is perceptual thinking or concrete thinking. The second point explains it all. It is an example. So the first says that it is the simplest form of thinking carried out for the perception of a concrete object, and the second is the example to explain to you what does exactly perceptual thinking it is and when do you do that. So if you are told to write four sentences about your favorite book, the thinking you will be doing for that work is perceptual thinking. Conceptual or abstract thinking. Superior to perceptual thinking, it involves using concepts, symbols, or language to solve a problem. So this type is a little bit superior to it is superior to perceptual thinking. It involves using concepts, symbols, or language to solve a problem. This involves using concepts, symbols, or language to solve a problem. Creative thinking. Thinking involved in creating new and novel ideas or objects. It involves rearranging the existing stimuli to create something new. This is a thinking which is involved. Creative thinking is something which is involved in creating new and novel ideas or objects. That is what creative thinking is. It involves rearranging the existing stimuli to create something new. Critical thinking. This type of thinking involves in making the reasoned judgment and examining assumptions. This type of thinking involves in making the reason judgment and examining assumptions. What this thinking is saying is that this is a type of thing which involves in making the reason judgment and examining assumption. For example, someone say that you're a very reasonable person. So any kind of reason judgment you make or examine any assumptions, that's when you think of doing such things, to examine assumptions and all, you use this critical thinking. This type of thinking involves in making the reasoned judgment and examining assumptions. This is critical thinking. And wait, let's see how many topics there were. Yeah, that is it for this video actually. Yeah, critical thinking was the last one. I'll give you some time to take the screenshot. Yeah, and that is it for this video. And I will tell you to leave a like and subscribe actually, because I am uploading videos every day for the next 30 days. So I would recommend you to subscribe to the channel to stay notified, and also on the bell icon, because without that you won't stay notified. And if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like. I will see you in the next video tomorrow.